La 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 la. Don't wanna be an American idiot. Da 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 da. To be judged by a brand new media. Welcome to a new kind of tomorrow. None of brings to all of this sorrow, but I don't really want to. Don't want to
Uh,
be an American idiot. All right. Welcome to American Culture Topics. My name is Millz Lane. Joining me is,
Trap Gardner.
all right. And so we're going to get this thing started. So I need everybody to place your hand over your heart as we go over our declaration. We hold these truths to be self evident that all men are created equal and, and that they are endowed by their creators with certain unalienable rights, that among which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Really?
Damn right. It's America, ain't it?
Really?
Damn right times two. So anyway, Trap, how you doing? You good?
I'm a little bit messed up here now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know you good. You good is like it has like 10 different meanings in Philly, you know what I mean? You good could be like, are you broke? You need some money? You good be like, you just bumped into me, like, is you good? So you know, D Holla, he asked everybody to salute. Is they good? You good? You good, D Holla? You heard? Shout
uh,
out to D Holla, Rob Lowe, Ruckus, everybody that's on the show right now, tuning in. We should thank you guys. So we're gonna get the flow going.
yeah, go
Uh,
ahead, man.
so I thought about it. We talk about America and culture and
Mm,
topics. So I was thinking, let's look at some things that happened on this day in American history.
wow. Yeah. So
So
we can be on that.
let's see the first story I got today in American history. The they stormed the Viet Cong jungle in 1965. U.S. forces launched their first offensive in the Vietnam War. You remember that, right, Trap? You had to be about what, 50 years old when that happened?
No, I wasn't 50. You know what I mean? But I was scared. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, anyway, this was like a real bad thing in Memphis. A stain that ain't never gonna go away. You know what I'm saying? Because this was ugly. Didn't have to do that. You know what I mean?
They didn't have to storm the Viet Cong
No,
jungle.
this shit it ain't have to be in Vietnam, period. This shit. Yeah. It could have just left everything just the way it was, not be there, and it'd have been all right. You know what I'm saying? Like you people think about war, and war is a bad thing all the way around. You ask me, I don't care what anybody say. I ain't digging war at all. You know what I'm saying? We talk about this shit. You feel me?
I hear you.
Yeah, all we got to do
I don't have much. Only thing I know about Viet Cong is what Muhammad Ali say. Ain't no Viet Cong do nothing to me. Why I gotta go kill Viet Cong?
oh, you know what? See, and you understand what he just said? And he was like, and then he said, and the rest of the what he said was, they not my enemy. You my enemy. You know what I
Who who's
mean?
this you he was talking
Well,
about there,
the
Trap?
you listen. You know who they are. You know what I mean? You know who you my enemy. You know,
You mean
listen.
the guys that put him in jail?
Guys put them in jail. The government, cops, everybody. Man, listen. They send them mugs to Vietnam and shit to do some fighting for them and shit. Talk about we fighting for their freedom, right? And 65, what freedom that we have in this country and shit. How the fuck you send somebody to fuck over there to fight a
Oh,
goddamn war and talking about, yeah, you fighting for their freedom? What about my freedom? You know what I mean? I was alive and well then. and I'm still alive and well. But what about my freedom? You know?
Oh, okay. But so
Okay.
that happened today
Oh, that's
in
right.
American history. Now,
uh,
speaking of freedom, one day there was a boxing match where Evander Holyfield was fighting Mike Tyson back in 1997, and Mike, I think this is the second time they fought. And Mike Tyson, he kind of held on tight to Evander Holyfield, and he decided to go in and take a bite of Evander Holyfield's ear.
oh, so well. It was fight. It was a fight, was it? Okay, cool and shit, you know. He took a little
Yeah, I
nip
remember
out.
that fight vividly.
He took
The
a little
the,
nip. Yeah, I mean, that's all he
I
did.
think referee Millz Lane was there. That's not my namesake, but he was there, and he told he didn't see the first bite. He just saw Evander freaking out like, oh my god, oh my god. So he warned Tyson, and Tyson was hungry, I think, and he bit him again. He got disqualified.
Oh, you know what? That don't make no sense. They fight for millions of dollars, man. A little nip off the ear ain't gonna hurt nobody, man. Come on now. You know what I mean? I got pieces missing. Sure, you know what I mean? I got pieces missing from a fight. What you talking about?
Come on now.
Come on now, okay, you got gloves on and a mouthpiece on. Go ahead and take you a bite. You know what I mean? That punk ass Holyfield like, man, you a big ass motherfucker. All he took was a little teeny bit out of you.
Look, we know that Holyfield. We know Holyfield fought with 3 hands. He fought with 2 fists and his head. So,
well, that's really true. You know what I mean? And Tyson had a punch that he would hit you and then slide off with his elbow against your head real quick too. You had to watch him. So fights always dirty, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't believe that shit? Start a fight with me and see what happens. You know what I mean? Fights are dirty, man. And it was just a little bit of ear. That's all. That's all. Holyfield could have just shut up and just kept on fighting. You know what I mean? You bite me, we're gonna fight for sure. You know what I mean? But that's it. That's all I gotta say about that. You know what I mean? Let's
man,
move
that's messed
on.
up.
Well,
That's
fight,
messed up.
man, it, no, they, man, no, they fight somebody. You fight somebody, shit, man. You fight for millions of dollars and shit, you know. The winner get, you know what? They think they should take that shit to winner take all this shit. Throw 2 motherfuckers in the ring and let them do what they gotta do. You know what I mean? Shit. If you don't have it,
Okay, well,
go ahead of
my
you. Let's
final
do
story that happened back in the day is a story that comes to us, I think, from the Florida area,
somewhere down there.
where a child by the name of Elian Gonzalez was finally reunited with his father in Cuba.
Reunited with father? Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was taken away from his father somehow. I guess his mom brought him to the United States, and then she died.
Yeah, they told him a boat or something and shit, right?
Yeah, and he
This
was
whole
with a foster kid. He was like with foster parents or whatever. I don't know the end of the story. All I know is the father's like, "Hey, that's my kid. That's my kid over there. You know, I need my son." And Castro's like, "Yeah." Fidel was like, "Give him back his son." Y'all gonna keep his son? The infidels. I'm Fidel, but you infidels. And the parents was on that bull. Oh no, we got privilege over here. We got privilege. Nobody can take our boy away from us. It's had to go to the Supreme Court.
yeah, but
And the Supreme Court had to say, "Give that man his child." Sad how these people are trying to stop fathers from being with their child. But
mothers being with their children too. You know,
yeah,
same
that too.
shit.
Yeah, I can't stand stuff like that. But so that happened. You know, all those three things happened on June 28th, and it's a part of America. Oh, I left out the best part of that story. There was a photo taken after the Supreme Court made their ruling. They locked the door, act like they wasn't gonna let the people come in and get the kids. So they had to sneak in like in the middle of the night and get the kid.
They who?
They being armed guards. That's they.
They came with guns out there. Oh wow. So anyway, the story ends with Alien going back to his father. He back in Cuba. I seen an interview with him. He did recently on 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
Said that that's where he wanted to be. You know what I mean? Where he at now? Cause I guess since he been in the United States, he could probably come back again. You know what I mean? He did have a foster family. You know what I mean? So I guess he could come back. But taking of people's children is not right. It's not. But this government seems to think they know everything, and it's like, wait a minute, hold up. You don't know nothing, and now they're really crazy. They took all the Mexican kids from their parents or wherever they came from, Mexico, Guatemala, whatever. That was wrong. You know what I mean? But all this, said and done, we have a history of taking people's children. This country does. Now I said we. I'm sorry.
I told you.
I apologize to everybody out there. I said we. We ain't had nothing to do with that shit. We ain't had nothing to do with Vietnam. We ain't want to kill nobody.
No, you was born here. You part of it. Sorry.
No.
You can't escape it.
No.
I'll tell you like this. You go to one of them countries over there and they ask you where you from. You say America, you get kidnapped just like the rest of them. But when they realize the United States is gonna be like, we don't want him back. Then they're gonna let you go.
They can let me go. Leave this shit. They ain't never get me back. Cause I'll tell you something. If somebody grabbed me and said we want to keep you for whatever, I'm like, you know what? I ain't going back. Fuck that. You know what I mean? I'm prisoner for life, goddamn it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Well, it ain't gonna be no different than this motherfucker and shit. Excuse my language and shit. But America is pretty fucked up right now. You know what I mean? I need a road trip. Kidnap me, motherfucker. You fuck out of here for a bit. Yeah, man. Until Trump, you go. Excuse me. Until they go to jail and up in Washington. So they start locking motherfuckers. I can't, why, But anyway, as I was saying, I'm very uncomfortable in America today.
Speaking of being uncomfortable in America today, Me Too has become such a phenomenal release of stories about sexual misconduct, sexual harassment, even rape. So we've basically dedicated a segment pretty much for the last few weeks. So we're going to keep it going. So our Me Too moment of the week is a story about Terry Crews, the actor. You may have seen Terry Crews on shows like What's Wrong with Chris. He was on Friday After Next. You know Terry Crews, white chicks. He likes to dance around. He used to be a former football player for the Eagles, is one of his teams.
Yeah.
So
you know what?
But he had a Me Too moment there, Trap.
Yeah, he did, man. He said,
yeah, go ahead.
The boy grabbed his junk, man, in front of his wife. You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, you know what, man? Yeah, I think we're going to do this tonight. And Terry was like, oh, no, I'm going home with my wife, man. So he was like, he pressed it again.
Yeah, he said, hey, man, you don't play ball. You don't let me play with your balls. That means you're not playing ball. That means you might not act at all.
So, he's like, oh, no.
Pause.
Yeah, get your hands off my junk. I'm leaving. You know what I mean? So he took his wife and got the fuck on up out of there, you know. And he waited for some time before he actually pressed charges. Now,
Yeah. So guess
yeah,
what happened?
go
Now
ahead.
that he done came out with all this Me Too stuff, you know, um, he has not been asked to come to star in the movie The Expendables 4. You know, The Expendables is a franchise. You might have seen like
Yeah,
a lot of
pieces of
action, yeah, a lot of action heroes been playing in these movies. And he was in the first three, I believe. So
it.
now he's not in the next one. So he went to the Senate to testify about this because his I think his sexual case was thrown out, but
Huh.
he not giving up. I think he's going to civil sue this guy, and he went to the Senate to testify. And he's calling on men to speak up. And he basically feels like it's been a lot more. You know, I mean, early in the Me Too movement, we had the guy come out about what's his name, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
Kevin
said, yeah,
Spacey.
Kevin Spacey did some, freaky shit to me. And Kevin Spacey come out like, I'm sorry, I'm gay. And the gay people was like, no,
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 don't try to blame this on
mm,
homosexuality. Okay,
no,
okay,
no.
guys, I'm just a real good actor. Pause.
Wait,
Anywho,
hold on, man.
huh?
Listen, Terry Crews did a joint right back in the day, and what you were saying like white chicks, right? He played that
Yeah,
joint, right? Where
yep,
he supposed to got spaced out on some ecstasy or something, and
yes,
did
sir,
that dance.
yes, sir.
Yeah, well, yeah, that dance did. Yeah, yeah. That could give somebody the wrong impression about it. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, I ain't got nothing against nobody doing whatever they do. You should do whatever you got to do. You know what I mean? But that dance was really good. You know? Well,
Really, you're kind of focusing on black man dancing a little too hard there, Trap. You all right?
yeah, I'm good and shit. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
But
know.
anyway, like I was saying, yeah,
I, I
he
mean,
he he,
it's
he was
we're at
he
the
was
end of Pride Month, Trap. Is there anything you want to tell us, Trap? You want to close out?
no,
You want to close out Pride Month with a bang, huh?
no. Well, okay. You know, wait. Hold up now. Let's get back on point now.
Oh,
You know
okay,
what I mean?
okay.
I just ain't I ain't got nothing to do with what anybody do with shit. You know what I mean? But like I said, uh, yeah, it was a good dance. You know what I mean? A lot of women should have learned that dance. Hmm. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
but it was a good dance.
okay. Well, speaking of dancing, uh, this subject kind of gets danced around in America, and it seems like every week we've been talking about this too. So, without further ado, we'll present to you. See, we setting up these segments, and eventually in the future, we get some sponsors because we were talking to a sponsor. We were going to tell him we were going to name a sponsor, a segment after him, but he's some type of punk, so he didn't want to pay us. So we're not naming this after you, you some punk. Anyway,
He's
this is
still a nice
our.
guy.
Yeah, he's still a good guy,
Yeah, he's a good
but
guy.
yeah. But
He's a
he's
real good
some
guy.
type of punk.
Oh,
Anyway,
he's a good guy.
yeah, he's a good
Go
guy.
ahead. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. He
But
should have sponsored us. He should have gave
he's
us a
some
check.
punk, but he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a
Got
good
it. But he is some punk. Anyway,
guy.
our next segment is called our Cop Shot the Blank of the Week.
Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, so this one was a cop shooting a kid. This happened in Pittsburgh. Uh,
Last
and
Thursday night.
the
Yeah.
kid's name was what? Was a kid named Antoine Rose?
Yeah. Rose.
Okay, so the officer
Rose.
name was
Yeah.
Michael Rosfeld,
Damn
and
not.
he
Damn
shot the
Nazi, man.
kid. He only been on the force what, 90 minutes?
I think it was about maybe 4 hours or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't
So
matter.
Yeah, the important part is he has been charged with murder or manslaughter, one of the two. And sadly, in America, uh, cops do get charged usually out of public outcry. And when the cop gets to the stand and everything, and they start making
Wow.
the way his
Well,
arm was the way his arm was moving when he was running, he looked like he could have hurt me or something,
but his
whatever.
back was turned. His
Well,
back was turned.
his back was turned, but his hair, he had the braids, so the braids looked like black bullets. So I
Man.
feared for my life, and you know what happens when I fear for my life, right? I gotta shoot.
Mm.
So I'm wondering, and Pittsburgh has been pretty upset. And it seems like every city is kind of following trend by getting upset when these cops shoot these what looks like somebody who was in a retreating position.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, they punch you in the head. They shoot you. They do a lot of stuff, man. And I'm telling you, these murders by the system doesn't do the system any good. You know what I mean? I don't understand why the cops themselves, right, are the ones that allow this shit to go on. I guess it's not serving to protect no more neither. You know what I mean? It ain't served to protect. You know?
okay,
No, because they got some other fangled shit going on. Because they're not protecting me and my people. We're not being
and
protected.
and like I said, it's the clear way to solve stuff like this. You got speed limit signs. Say, okay, this is regulation. You got to go 25 miles an hour here. We got all these rules and tax codes, and we got all these books on rules and all this stuff. But there's no rules of engagement. The only rules of engagement is, well, you do have your Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. I'm like, yeah, but there's also things like I'm not supposed to be getting searched, but that rule gets broken. The whole, being detained or handcuffs being placed on you without being
Hmm.
told anything. So it's
Yeah,
like the rules of engagement between the police and the people.
yeah.
These
So,
things need to be etched out in front of everybody so we can look at these situations, look at the rules, look at the situation. We got body cams. It's 2018. We can record things. We can show. All of these things can be known up front.
well, see,
We will know when a person acted, a civilian, I should say, acted out of character and made a cop have to shoot. But if we didn't have that video or those people recording that, we may never have gotten this cop charged with murder.
this is the thing about this, right? This the whole thing about this. I'm quite sure it was more video out there, for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The way that system was made there, that shoot was made there, there was
I'm
more
a.
video out there. They just took it off. They took it off. You know
It
what I mean?
had the saddest part about that video. Other than the kid getting killed, is the people who's recording it. They're recording it. They're upset, like, oh, y'all shouldn't have did that. And one of their white neighbors yelled, "Fuck that nigger."
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So
So,
that kind of reaffirms the issue. There's a segment of your population who, just because they have an issue with the race of somebody, won't actually stand up for the justice that everybody needs when running into the police. And you
that's why they
never
call it
know.
just us. That's
Yeah,
that's why it's called it's just us.
you
Not
never know
just
when it's your turn.
no, none of
You
us do.
know.
None of us do. Seriously. None of us
Salute
do.
to the new people coming in. Thank you so much. We're gonna keep it going. So finally, our last segment is going to be our celebrity of the week. So usually, the celebrity is either going to be tied into the Me Too, or tied into the cops, or tied into death. And our celebrity of the week is Joe Jackson, the mastermind, the the sperm supplier of the Jackson 5 and the other Jackson children. Right? Am I lying yet? Okay. Joe, I think he grew up somewhere, I don't know where, Alabama, New Orleans, whatever.
Whatever.
He moved himself to Gary, Indiana with his wife, Catherine. They start pumping out these children. And then Catherine, she had him working day and night. So Joe out there working day and night. But he also was an aspiring artist himself. And he wanted the best for his children. Joe saw that there was a lot of gang activity out in Gary, Indiana. You know what I mean? He saw all that gang activity. He said, I don't want my children in no gangs, Catherine. And then he also said, I don't want my children in no gangs. Side woman who he happened to have for 25 years and have a child with.
Hold up now. Hold up.
So wait. So Joe figured out the best way to parent is to parent like he was a slave master. And he whipped his children into what he wanted them to be. I mean,
what he wanted them to be.
What sound did Michael make when Joe whipped him? Right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Michael didn't make that sound, man.
Well, basically,
he was getting his ass whooped and shit. He was hard like anybody else.
Mike is the king of pop, but he also is the king of sound effects.
Yeah, he was.
Right?
He was really good with that shit.
Okay. How? So anyway, but Joe was a very, very abusive. And
yeah, he was.
So that's why I liken his parenting style to the slave master. Because the slave master, he would go out there, he would get Patsy, right? He would be banging Patsy, right? Whom he considered less than human. But he didn't mind shooting Patsy's club up and getting these women pregnant, right? And all he did was make slaves out of what he looked, that looked like him and a slave that he was raping. So you don't think he whipped them? He whipped them too. Yeah. He made them work. And if they messed up a step, if they didn't dance properly, he whipped them. So Joe took that path, and so it was a very abusive path. And, but the results have shaped American history forever. With the successes of Janet Jackson, the success of the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson's solo success, it's a lot of, it's the biggest quandary, and because where I come from, spanking a child. Let's say Millz Lane been spanked before. Let's just get clear the air. But Millz Lane also didn't have to join no gangs when he was a youngster. Millz Lane got out there and made family and wife and kids and, goes to work and stuff like that and tries to entertain folks on Thursdays at 7 p.m. I don't resent my spankings because I know I did something wrong, but I didn't get spanked for how terrible I dance. I didn't get spanked because I came home with a B minus. With some kids, this is their reality. Like there's books out there. Like some woman, she's like an Asian American woman, and she calls herself the Tiger Mom, and they are very strict on their kids about education. And you'll notice their kids are dominating in the colleges. Uh, I'll even bring you to Nigeria. Nigeria, the country of Nigeria, has a strong educational concern, and they turn out a lot of smart, educated people in Nigeria because they're strict about their education. So, but you know, whipping the kid, because the towel got in the pool and the towel got wet. You can't whip the kid in the middle of the night for that.
No.
Yeah.
You can't whip the kid for no dumb shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I got my ass whooped, right? And I ain't go to jail. I do none of that shit. You know what I mean?
I think the Jackson 5 got scared the first time somebody clapped for them after their performance. They got done singing, "Oh, baby, give me one more," all that, right? And the people started clapping, and they were looking around like, "Where's Joe? Where's Joe?"
What's this about, right?
So, Joe, enjoy whichever spot you land. It's dirt nap time, but you got 89 on this earth.
Yeah, he got his shit.
89
that motherfucker lives a long time and shit.
And American culture will forever know who you are. So enjoy that nap, Mr. Joe.
Oh, shit. Well, he going to join a lot of people, so he ain't going to be alone when he gone. That's for sure. Yeah, for sure he is, man. Trust me. He gonna meet a lot of his old friends. Saddam, Hitler. Joe was a little too tough, man. Joe was a little too rough.
All right, man. So let's get you good. You good, sir?
I'm good.
All right. So we're going to get into our local topic because we from the Philly area, and America starts with Philly. Deal with it. We're going to take it over to Atlantic City. And for the first time in history, 2 casinos have opened in Atlantic City. Like, what is a casino?
Well, the one I got about 20 blocks from where I'm at now.
One's called the Hard Rock, and the other one is called
the Rebel. It was the Rebel, right? No, that was
Ocean Resort.
Ocean Resort. That was Trump's old casino, right?
Yeah. One of them used to be Trump's Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
But it folded like every other business. Never mind. Oh, y'all can talk about businessman Trump. A lot of his businesses failed, folded, and went bankrupt. Businessman Trump sucked. Oh, yeah.
How the hell do you lose money in the casino?
How do you lose money in the casino?
God damn. God damn.
You asking me?
I don't know, man. I have to say somebody. Somebody out there got to tell me shit. If you do know, right? You can
as an American, if you have a problem of gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLING or Gambler or some shit like that. One of those will work. I bet on it. Anyway, so we got 2 new casinos in Atlantic City, which is odd about this because his shut down more than 2 shows. I think over the past 5 years, maybe it's about 5 or 6 have shut down in Atlantic City, and they really were restructuring. A lot of that's due to gambling being opened up in more states like Pennsylvania. I think New York got gambling now. I'm not 100% on that one, but so people not having the need to go to Atlantic City kind of hurt their infrastructure. That town is a Democratic town, so if you leave the boardwalk area and you go like 3 blocks away from the river, You in the hood, like you in the hood, and it's not safe. It's not safe.
Oh, it's
You,
safe enough.
you in the
It's
hood,
safe enough.
and nobody knows who you are.
Nobody
That
cares who
that
you are.
that
You're in Atlantic City.
combination equals not safe. Anywhere you go, you in a hood and nobody knows you. It's not safe. That's American tactics. So, so I mean, like, am I surprised? I think these casinos may be able to survive based on the new things that, like Atlantic City has been in the forefront with trying to get. They got internet gambling, so they have the internet gambling, which will give them revenue. They're the second state after Delaware to adopt the sports book. So now they got those sports bets going on.
They got something else too. Something else came up too. Oh, you know what? Jersey did in that you have to be over 18 years old to be married too.
Oh, that's right. Well, yeah, that's a callback to one of our first episodes and first stories. Delaware was
But
the first state to have you had to be over 18 to get married. Now
right,
New Jersey is the second state
right,
in 2018.
right.
Wow.
Mm. But anyway, so what's up with PA?
Well, we had that story about that guy
Yeah,
who
well, hell yeah,
he signed the girl out of school and he ran off to Mexico. So
yeah.
anyway, yeah, but hopefully PA can follow all the other 48 states. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
How about not a constitutional amendment? Shit, we're talking about marriage for people under 18. Like, why do we need that anyway? But
Yeah,
I
we
think
need it.
I think I think Atlantic City can rebound. I
I
think
do too.
I think if they get in, they should have Trump's ear. And he still got some shit still there, right?
I
But
don't know. He might have a little piece of something in there. You know how he is.
they,
Fat
they can
motherfucker.
stroke his ego and get some shit flying their way. And Atlantic City can rebuild. They doing okay. They got the outlet area. It's if they can like redefine like that pier and they take care of the pier and make more entertainment, Jay-Z 40/40 Club there. So it doesn't have to die.
No, don't have to die. You know what? I think that they got to cut down on the expenses and shit. Because Atlantic City
Yeah.
is like, anytime it's cheaper for me to fly to Vegas and shit, fly to Vegas, get
Uh-huh.
off the plane and stay in Vegas, cheaper than Atlantic City don't make no goddamn sense and shit. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
See Vegas subsidize a lot of that stuff. So you got to remember that part of it. They just
Well,
want you
you
to
know
get
what?
there.
Oh,
If they
you know
get
what?
you
Yeah.
there, they got you.
hmm You start
So
spending this cash and shit. You know what I mean? They'll try to squeeze every dime out of your dumb ass and shit. You know what I mean? You be sitting up there and shit in Atlantic City and they try to take every fucking penny you got. You know what I mean? Seriously. You know?
uh-huh.
Order a drink in Atlantic City, see how much you have to pay for it. It's just outrageous. Okay? Seriously. So, I ain't down with Atlantic City. I take my own bottle with and look for a Popeyes. I stopped going to Atlantic City when they closed the last Popeyes down in Atlantic City. That was so open. I ain't going there no more.
Oh,
Hey man, that's just me, man. You know what I mean? You ain't got Popeyes, I ain't coming.
you got any that's your final thoughts on that?
What Popeyes? No. My final thoughts are that first thing, the Vietnam War was a badass thing, and these other wars that we fought since, I don't know in a generation of America it's gonna go through life without having to fight a war. But
Hmm.
oh wait a minute, hold it is a generation. They call up in DC, down over there. Yeah, their sons don't have to go. But anyway,
Speaking of sons that's about to go, I'm a segue expert here. Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy is planning on retiring.
God, please, man, don't do this. I wish this man could
Sorry.
hang. Man, this man
He
should.
got in with Ronald Reagan.
Mm.
So, but he was really a moderate. He was one of those Supreme Court justices that sometimes he sided with the liberals, sometimes he sided with the conservatives. He was a thinker. You know, I have to say that because I think a lot of people don't think no more. You know, this is Millz jumping in his lane for a second. People don't think no more. They kind of get caught up in this and swooped up in a section, and people around them are saying something, and they get caught up in that, and they just like fall for it. I'm like, what? Yeah, but I'm like, I thought we supposed to start off with we hold these truths to be self-evident. I'm not just falling behind what somebody else say all the time. Sometimes a conservative actually makes some sense. He might be racist all half the time. and then sometimes a liberal actually makes some sense. But he might sound like a little bitch sometimes. I'm just saying. Anywho, the Supreme Court Justice Mr. Kennedy was retiring. So, you know what that means, Trap?
That means this motherfucking that live up in that dumbass motherfucker up in Washington.
Right.
That means he get his second pick, right? To the Supreme Court, right?
Yeah.
And this was you know what? This should be a nightmare to a lot of fucking people. Okay?
Hey.
I don't give a shit if you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, or whatever the fuck you is and shit. You know what I mean? If you ain't one of them, you should be motherfucker be thinking about immigrating somewhere else and shit. You know what I mean?
All I'm gonna say is it was less than 69% voter turnout for the presidential election. But I'm going to sip on this tea for a second. You got
I'm drinking my tea too. Yeah, I'm drinking some tea. You know?
Ooh, that tea tastes good.
Mine tastes good too.
So look, I wasn't looking at it like this, but he might get 3.
It's possible.
Cause Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she like 80-something years old too. Now
she go to sleep a lot.
hold on. She's a very fit woman. That lady gets up. This Supreme Court justice gets up and runs. She gets up and works out. She be doing push-ups. She be having the barbells. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she gotta outlive his presidency in order to keep some civil some kind of sense up in there. Cause them motherfuckers up there, he got up there now. It's crazy.
But he's not. Okay, so here's the deal. He's not going. No, I'm just saying. Let's just talk this one out. The current commander-in-chief, he is not going to, I repeat, not going to go for a moderate.
No, he's not.
He actually owes America Merrick Garland, the guy that President Obama was trying to get nominated to fill Justice Antonin Scalia's seat. He owes us that guy to at least go up. Number one. Number two, they don't have enough votes to get this passed. As you remember, when Gorsuch was put in, they passed Supreme Court Justice Gorsuch by some so-called nuclear option, where they went around the Constitution and they did it a different way, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So they had the right to make that call. So now, if Kennedy's going to retire, is he going to retire before the 2018 elections? Yes. More than likely, isn't he?
There's some Senate elections out there that could affect that too. You know
is there going to be enough Senate elections to get this seat? I should say, for the Democrats to block, because that's all they can do, and it's going to be sad because what you're just going to keep blocking, and we're not going to have a full 9-person roster Supreme Court?
No, see, listen, all those scenarios are bad. It's all bad. Only thing we can wish for and hope for is that Trump do slip up, do some stupid shit, and go to jail. That's all we can hope for. You know what I mean? That's all I'm
Wrong,
gonna get on my knees and pray
wrong,
for.
wrong. You know why? Because I can pardon myself, folks.
No, you cannot. You can't pardon yourself.
Folks. Yeah, listen to him.
Yeah,
I can pardon myself, folks.
You can't pardon yourself. See, you can pardon yourself with God. You know what I mean? You can pardon yourself with your wife. You can pardon yourself for
Listen,
a lot
folks,
of shit. But
I'll build a wall, and I'll have them pay for it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Start locking up them children and shit, holding them hostage. That's what that was. That was a hostage situation. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how we're gonna get them to pay for this wall. I'm gonna start holding their children hostage and lock people up, putting them in jail, and doing all kind of crazy shit, man. This got to stop. Somebody, please. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get on my knees. I'm gonna get on my knees and pray. You know what I mean?
I don't make bad deals, folks. Okay. Okay. I don't make bad deals. Okay.
You know, he kind of remind me of that fat boy at South Park. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, Cartman.
Yeah. It really, you know, and I think Cartman actually played him in an episode or two, maybe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, goodbye to the moderate Justice Kennedy. Hello to the whatever's coming next. I saw there's a list. If you go on, I think it's MSN, it's like 25 names of people. Trump gave like 25 names of judges that he would nominate for this position. So Neil Gorsuch was the first. He got him through. So he got 25 more people that will eat up his bullshit. And like I said, keep Ruth Bader Ginsburg in your prayers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You got any final things to say on that?
Well, God, please bless America and all the people in America and the world too. All I need is a little bit of peace. That's all we all do need. That's it. I'm in peace with myself.
What'd you say, Lance? What'd you say?
I say, what? I'm at peace with myself.
You at peace with yourself?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of peace, we'll go to our world story. Warplanes bombed 3 hospitals in southern Syria as Assad's army presses the offensive. So this happened a couple of days ago in Beirut. Fighter jets bombed at least 3 medical facilities in southern Syria overnight. Basically, this was backed by Assad, Bashir al-Assad, the president of Syria. And, you know, his team is backed by Vladimir Putin in Russia. Basically, the Britain-based Syrian, I think it's like basically it's their medical stuff. So Britain helps out with the Syrian medical places. And I guess Assad's like, look, they hiding the rebels. The rebels are hiding there, so we're going to bomb.
The hospital.
Yeah, bombing hospitals, you know, where, you know, a place where people go, they get sick, or, you know, they got their bleeding and their arm breaks, and there's doctors there, you know, good people trying to do things out of the goodness of their heart, trying to make, you know, help people survive, and then they go to work, and all of a sudden they're getting kaboom!
Well,
so, yeah.
Bad shit.
And the sad thing is, where they're positioned, these hospitals, because it basically is forcing the rebels to back up They're backing up as far as like Jordan, but Jordan King's like, y'all ain't coming over here. The Jordan King is acting like them people that kicked Junior out the store in the Bronx,
Yeah,
where Junior was trying to retreat. That's how Jordan acting with the rebels. So now that the rebels don't have United States money backing them, that
what happened with the money?
our president had to leave. He got on that helicopter, flew away. And then the next time we saw him, he was parasailing. And but the new guy, he kind of he's let's just say friendly with Putin.
Oh,
Putin's like a dictator, right? And he's backing Assad, who's a dictator, and our commander in chief wants to be a dictator. So,
well, you know what? With all that story, I got a couple of things I want to say. I know about them English people and shit, and they're not going for this shit. Seriously, it's gonna be a payment back real soon.
and it's
Okay.
interesting because Prince Charles, right? No, was it
Hmm.
Charles? Or, no, William, his son. Prince William was just doing a tour of the Middle East, so he was just talking to somebody in the Middle East. And
I'm telling you.
he got a headline off of that. And this is a chess game, right?
Oh, it's a chess game, all right, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm telling you, them goddamn people over there, some fighting motherfuckers, they like to fight too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's gonna be a
Syrians are actually Saiyans for all my Dragon Ball Z folks out there. And Saiyans like to fight. That's right.
So anyway, all this fighting's going on, man. Like I say, I ain't down with war at all. You know what I mean? I'm a peaceful person. I believe in peace. You know
Sir, our national anthem was an ode to war. Sir.
Yeah,
but
see, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. It's not. You know what I mean? It's not look. Ray Charles got a nice song and shit could be the national anthem, right? Yeah. You know, I've been singing that as the national anthem for a little bit. I thought it was the best one. You know what I mean? But and then they got the other black ass national anthem. But you got this national anthem. They want people to fucking rise to the flag and all that other shit, man. And the flag ain't did nothing but kick my ass and shit. You know what I mean? Seriously, shit. I mean, I ain't did nothing wrong to nobody. You know what I mean? But I can't understand how when I wake up in the morning and read the paper or hear some news and shit that's going on, how they mistreating people around the world, black and mostly it's all dark people getting, fucked up. They selling weapons and shit, Russians, the United States, everybody, China, everybody selling weapons over there and shit, you know what I mean? Why don't you just sell these motherfuckers something they can use and shit to create life, you know what I mean? Instead of this other shit. It's just crazy how this is going on. It don't make no goddamn sense.
Sir, I got 2 words for you.
Go ahead.
Population control. Remember now. Remember the Thanos. Remember the Thanos.
Anyway.
Unless we, figure out a way to treat one another, it doesn't make sense for us to just keep fucking and making more people that's going to hate on other people.
Well, that's real serious.
I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but the other version of population control is I have this money. I have all this money, and I don't need you looking at my money. So I need to have you looking at that guy over there. Something's different about him, and I need you to see it. I need you to get irritated by it I need you to get angry about it to the point where you want to fight him rather than look at me and my rich money. That's population control as well.
Well,
Remember the Trumpins, the
yeah,
Trumps.
the tiki court motherfuckers and shit, running around in Virginia killing people and shit. You know what? Let me tell you something. This madness that's going around in the world is just really just pure madness. I can't understand this shit. I'm really, and this newspaper that got shot up today down in what you call Annapolis. This just like, yo, man, when this shit gonna stop? You know what I mean? And how did it begin?
We don't want to create a topic called mass shooting of the week.
No.
Nobody's going to sponsor that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. We don't want this show to be doom and gloom every week.
No. I agree with you, but you know what? It's real. It's going on. This shit going on. Don't nobody know where, when, or how somebody that's gonna open up and just start lighting people the fuck up. You know what I mean?
But you can't. You want to take my guns? You want to take my guns? No. Cold dead hands. No. You gonna take my guns from my cold dead hands? Because I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6. Okay? Because listen, with these guns, it's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. And can I get an amen? Can I get an amen to the gun god? To the gun god? Do you hear me, gun god? You know what I'm talking about, gun god. I'm letting these shots ring. From sea to shining sea.
So listen, okay.
So how you want to wrap this up?
I agree with you 100%. I'm gonna wrap this up. So, ladies and gentlemen, since that man gave that big song out about guns, there's enough guns in the United States of America to arm everybody, right? So that means that we really don't need an army here, do we? Look, you cannot invade America.
Ain't nobody talking about an army. I'm talking about arm me.
Hold on. I'm agreeing with you, right? You're not. Listen. Okay, so everybody, and you know what? We can form militias. Okay, like they did back in the day. Okay, and we can get rid of the army. We can get rid of all that shit. We don't need that shit no more. Come over here and we'll fuck you up. The people will fuck you up. We don't need to be around the world shooting and bombing motherfuckers, okay? And we don't need to be shooting each other. You know what I mean?
Oh,
let's go to the border with our guns and stop every motherfucking thing that come across that ain't right. You know what I mean? Just light them up, okay? Let's do some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds kind of inhumane, but hey.
Hey, you know what? I'm not being inhumane. I'm just saying we got all this ammo. We got all this ammo.
Guess what, sir? It's not inhumane. It's American culture. So basically, Trap, the folks can reach you by
Trap.
You here? Yep. You got a PayPal.me/TrapGardener.
Yes, I do.
You have a YouTube channel you don't put no videos on?
Yeah, I do.
Don't worry, I'm the same way right now, but I'm working on it, working on getting my channel up, and I'm Millz Lane. You can hit me on PayPal.me/Millz Lane, and also I'm every once in a while member on that Instagram and Twitter stuff at What's Wrong with Dad. I want to thank r.live for hosting the show, and thanks to everybody out there, because if it's American and it's culture, it's our topic. Peace. For American Culture Topics, I'm Millz Lane.
And this is Trap Gardner. Peace to the world.
Peace to the world. Thank you so much, everybody. stopping by. Salute to all of you fine people out there. Peace.